All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, depending on where you're joining us from today. I'm Melvin Xavier, one of the directors and co-founders at Cold Chain Connect. And on behalf of the team, a very warm welcome to our orientation meet. Now, before I begin, if I may request you all to switch to a speaker view, this will allow you to view today's program on a larger screen, especially useful to enjoy our presentations that we have prepared. Our program should last for about 45 minutes. And to kick things off, I would open the floor with a community open mic session where I will call out some of you. And when I do, please quickly introduce yourself, your company, and where you're from. For me to be able to do that, I'd like you all to come on with your screen turned on. I want to make sure that this is as interactive as possible. I want to see your faces and keep this engaging. All right, so let me see who is here today. Nancy? Yeah. Nancy Kaleji, how are you? If you can unmute yourself, come in and say hello, introduce yourself, and tell us who you are and where you're from. Nancy, are you struggling to unmute yourself? Yeah,
Yes.
we have you, I think. Go ahead.
I'm Nancy Kalaidzi. I'm coming from Greece. I'm the Ocean Trade Director of Goldair Cargo Group. We are located in Greece at Piraeus, Thessaloniki, island of Crete. We
Nice.
are one of the biggest freight forwarders in the area, offering all kinds of services, including warehousing and rail services.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Richard Ye, if you can unmute yourself and come in, introduce yourself.
Yes, very happy to see you again. And I'm from the Taipei, Taiwan. We are the project conductor. We ship lots of project cargo, including orchid flower and some food beverages. So we are very interested to learn more from all of you how to have a good cold chain service. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, Richard. Andrea Gondolfo. Am I pronouncing that correctly? You can come in, correct me first, and then introduce yourself.
Sure. No, it's okay. Andrea, it's the correct pronunciation, but that's fine. You can call me Andrew. I'm based in Italy, and I'm the Chief Commercial Officer for Mondiale VGL. And we have Mondiale VGL Fresh, which is a very strong part of our business here in Europe.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for joining us. We have a couple of our members joining us also. This is a session primarily for non-members, but I'm also happy to always see our members in. Anthony, if you can come in, unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the community. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Anthony, and I'm based in Manchester in the UK. And we've been going on for 19 years now, and so been well established. We do a number of things. We do a number of project work, but lately we've been doing a lot of live animals. We've cleared a couple of horses a few times now, and we do some live fish as well, which we just completed yesterday. And we do a lot of plants, and which come from South America, Kenya, and also from Europe as well.
Great.
So now I think I wasn't quite sure. I thought this is members, but Leno sent me a link. That's why I joined
That's
you.
fine. We missed you at the conference. Always happy to see you again. So
I'll see you next year for sure.
Awesome. Good to hear. Luisa is also a member from Portugal. Maybe you can unmute yourself and come in and say hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you all. Thank you, Melvin, for the opportunity and all the team. My name is Luisa. I'm the managing director of NBO Express. We are based in Portugal, serving all the main ports and from Portugal as well, from the Portuguese islands. Our company basically acts on the air freight and ocean freight. So we are not a very big company. We are a small company. We also belong to the Portuguese Freight Forwarders Association. We are a IATA and FIATA member. We have also been awarded as a health work company to work, and we have been awarded also by the Portuguese Freight Forwarder Association as an excellency company, which means that we fulfilled most of the freight forwarding requirements, not only for the activity, but also as far as financial support concerns. So we are here to support you, and thank you. Anything you need, just let me know. Thank you and enjoy your day.
Thanks, Louisa. Always good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'll take one
Thank you.
more before we move
And
on
hope
to the
to see you
program.
all in Dubai.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you soon. Liz, who? Am I pronouncing that correctly? LZ and who? That's what it shows on the screen. If that's your name or you want to come in and correct me, go ahead.
My name is LCU. Thank you
Okay.
for giving me this chance. I'm from Smart Chains International.
Okay.
Our company is located in Shenzhen, China. We provide logistics service including air freight, sea freight, and relevant services like warehousing, custom clearance, etc.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, go ahead.
The best advantage of us is that our service is very responsible. We can provide very detailed follow-up. So whenever you have such a chance, please consider our service. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. A lot of you have your screens turned off, so I'm not able to interact. Also, we're short on time, so I'm going to move on with the program. We have next up is our in-network introduction video. This is a short 5-minute presentation where you get to hear about who we are and the team behind it. So Yunus will now roll the video. Go ahead, Yunus.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I'm Melvin Xavier, one of the directors and co-founders of Cold Chain Connect. On behalf of the team,
it is our pleasure to welcome you to our CCC orientation meet.
Here, you will learn everything that you need to know about our network. Before I begin introducing CCC to you, let me guide you through the agenda for today. Today's meet will last about 30 minutes with the following program.
After my presentation on Cold Chain Connect, I will introduce some of our new members that have joined us this year, followed by an open Q&A to answer some of their questions. And then we will have our keynote presentation. And finally, I'll wrap up with our after movie. To start with, RW Solutions is a network management company that was founded in Hong Kong in 2002 and has its operations in the Philippines. We currently have 11 freight forwarding networks that are into industry niches. Cold Chain Connect has 100 member offices in 45 countries and 58 cities worldwide. I'd like to share with you some of our photos taken during our annual partnership meet. Now, let me jump straight to the benefits of being part of Cold Chain Connect. CCC is virtually represented in every corner of the globe, and by being part of the network, you will enjoy instant access to your perishable freight partners that you can rely your business on. Being part of CCC means that you will work with trusted, screened, and reliable members. Every new member application undergoes a due diligence to screen the company's financial stability, market reputation, sales strength, and length in operation.
All members are likewise subjected to our standard code of ethics and guidelines of the network, which must be followed and adhered to at all times. CCC assures that every member is diligently screened.
In addition, CCC offers payment security for all members as an added layer of security when working within the group. The network has a payment protection program with $5,000 for immediate dispute protection, which will then increase to $10,000 depending on the years of your stay within the network. Through our conferences, we reduce your costs from traveling to several countries as CCC conducts annual partnership meetings in different countries. In this meeting, you'll be able to meet and build contacts with hundreds of agents in one place. The annual conferences and meetings must be attended by CCC members to fortify their relationship with the members. We also promote our members and their services to the logistics industry by attending leading exhibitions in different parts of the world, including Fruit Logistica, Gulf Food, FIATA, and the Freight Summit.
Aside from attending leading exhibitions, we also distribute our agency list through our global database of around 40,000 freight forwarders.
CCC will also have its exclusive information environment, which provides access to exclusive and up-to-date information amongst the members. Finally, I would like to invite you all to our 5th annual partnership meet, which will take place on May the 2nd to the 5th, 2025 at Shangri-La, Bangkok, Thailand. Here, you'll have the opportunity to meet with other freight forwarders who specializes in perishables and food logistics, of course, but also, since we're co-locating our event with specialized networks, including Life Logistics, which is a pharma alliance, Global Air Cargo Alliance, which is an air freight forwarders network, and G7 to maximize your networking opportunity. Secure your conference pass today and avail our early bird rate. Thank you for taking time to attend Cold Chain Connect Orientation Meet. Welcome to CCC, the world's first and exclusive network for perishable forwarders in the world. Stay safe and healthy during these times.
All right, great. I hope that was useful and you got some information about us. Next up, I'd like to welcome our new members that have come on board over the last couple of months. We have 3 of them that have been are brave enough to join us and share their thoughts with us on a panel. We have Francesca from Italy, Igor from Russia, and Agatha from Poland. If I can quickly get to our questions with them, I will start perhaps with Francesca. Maybe Francesca, you can come in, introduce yourself, your company, where you're from, and tell us how you got into the freight business.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
Hello to everyone. Good morning. Thanks for starting with me as always. Well, I'm Francesca from Italy. We have a family business established 100 years ago from my grandfather. We are based in Milan, Trieste, Modena, and Gorizia. We are we are in 50 people, and we are strongly specialized as well on the reefer and perishable cargo.
Nice.
How did I get into the freight forwarding business? Well, I think that probably I was thinking about it yesterday when Melvin sent me the question, and I think that probably it's in my vein because since I was a small children during the traveling by car with my father, he used to show to my brother and me all the trucks during the street, and it was, oh, look that they are our supplier, that they transport our cargo. Or in the supermarket, look at this fruit, we transported this fruit. So it was something that started since my childhood. So as I can remember, I think I was 3 or 4 years old. So it comes naturally for me to enter in this business, and for me, it's a pleasure to work with my family. And also all our employers are such family members as well, also for me, because with some of them, they know me since when I was born. So some of them I'm an uncle, auntie. And yes, I just would love to bring on this business and try to do my best, and with my brother and my cousin as well, for go ahead.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, I have a similar story since I'm also from the family of freight forwarders, but I will not talk about that now. Let's jump to Agatha. If you can maybe unmute yourself and come in and tell us, yeah, introduce yourself and tell us how you got into the business.
Hi everyone, my name is Agata. I'm from Poland. I represent company Polfrost, and actually it's funny because I have a feeling that so many of us are from family-owned businesses. So Polfrost is also family-owned business. We're a group of companies based. The main business is in Poland. We also have a company in Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and recently opened a branch in Romania. And how I got into the freight forwarding business, where it's very similar to Francesca's story, although Polfrost is not as long on the market. It's just 30 years, but it was set up by my dad, so it was like a natural way of me getting into that business.
Very nice. I mean, we met you in Phuket, but I didn't get a chance to ask you how you got into the business. I didn't realize it was a family business as well. And it's funny you say just 30 years. I mean, 30 years is a long time for most businesses. Francesca is just from another planet, but otherwise, 30 years is a long time. Igor, maybe you want to come in and introduce yourself and company and where you're from and tell us how you got into the business.
Hello, everybody. My name is Igor. I'm from Leningrad, Soviet Union. Yes, and now I'm living more than 28 years in Finland. And our company based in Finland and Russia, St. Petersburg, and we provide the refrigerator cargo delivery around the globe to Russia. We are the port St. Petersburg and we are the port Vladivostok, and also with the export cargo from St. Petersburg and Vladivostok around the globe.
Nice. How did you get into business?
Oh, it's very interesting. I started in the 2008 like a service provider for the all Finnish oversized transport company who provide the oversized transportation to Russia. We provide the special permits for the all Finnish and Swedish companies in Russia.
Okay.
And step by step, I come in working in the project cargo, mostly last 10 years with the project cargo, but now it's with the containerization, because in the current situation after 2022, it's changed too much in Finland where I'm living, and now we are working with the food product only.
Okay, very nice. Okay, it's refreshing that somebody's not from the family business. All right, let's move on to the next question. Francesca, we can start with you. What is your unique selling point that helps you stand out in the market and separates you from other forwarders? And also, what can you offer to the other members in our network?
Well, I think that every member of this network is very strong, competitive, and fast in their reply. But I think that what is our unique selling point are the people that work for us, because we offer a service, so the people makes the difference. Our team is strongly specialized and they always try to be very empathic and establish a good connection. For example, with the shippers, when we organize a shipment on ex works basis, they always try to establish a relationship with the suppliers, so we can offer you and you can offer to your consignee the best service. And this helps us to reduce some possible extra charges that could happen. For example, if we are speaking about reefer, there is always the reefer plugin that it's always a huge amount of extra charges that can happen. But with Be Friendly with the shipper, they always support us if we need to postpone or anticipate the pickup date in order to reduce the reefer plugin charges. They will always happy to help us. So I think that our people makes the difference.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm also in the reefer business for the last maybe 20 years, and I can tell you that our intervention makes a huge difference to the costs that the clients end up paying. So if you're a specialist, then you know how to control these additional expenses, right? And create value for the customers. Okay, maybe you can also tell us what is it that you're looking for in the network? What would you like to see? And yeah, what can we do for you in the network?
When I entered in this network, I was looking for a new partner that can provide us some services on the reefer and that are specialized in this as well, and that knows the market, with who I'm already cooperating since the last conference that I attend in Phuket. Because entering this network, we are sharing a lot of sales details as well. So we are growing, and I'm definitely obtained what I expected from the network. So new business, new sales lead, and new partnership to establish with all the agents that I met.
Awesome. Yeah, Agatha, maybe we can move on to you. What is your USP and what are you looking for? Go ahead.
I can show our unique selling points maybe by bringing the story of how the sea shipping department was created. So before 2014, we used to transport lots of apples from Poland to Russia, but then there was embargo on Polish apples, and our clients had to look for new markets, and they found Middle East, and they asked us like, "Are we going to transport apples there as well?" And we were like, "Sure." That's how we set up shipping department. So, and before it was mostly trucking and rail, and actually that's what we do. We just create new products or new projects or departments depending what our clients need at the moment, and we're not afraid of taking up challenges.
Awesome. Okay, nice. And what are you looking for in the network?
I think mostly good partners, reliable partners, and also those specializing in refrigerated transports, and also new sales leads. And since we were mostly based in Poland and also, like, as I said, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, before also Russia, right now it's time for us to be extending business further. So being in an international network as CCC, it gives us also possibilities to get in touch with people all around the world.
Okay, awesome. Igor, maybe you want to come in and talk about your USP?
Okay. We are the gateway for the companies who still want to work with Russia, who is ready to work for Russia, because we know how it's working. I know that some of the companies reading too much newspapers according to the current situation, but some companies still working, and we can help because we know the all thing points, how it should be, how the documents should be, everything with the export and import.
Right. And what are you looking for in the network?
From network, why we are joining for the main idea that we need some partners around the globe who's ready, who know how to work with the refrigerators cargo, with the food cargos, and we found.
Okay, happy to hear. Okay, let's move on to the last question. If I can have that flash on the screen now, what are the unique opportunities for perishables and reefers in your country? And tell us something about the food industry in your region that the world doesn't know. We can start with Italy.
Well, you know, Italy is a country famous for its food, its wine. So for us, the reefer market is a huge market, and mostly it's control on ex-works basis. So that's why I can give the sales lead to my partner, but mostly of the freight are controlled from the other countries. But yeah, it's I think that this is still a niche market, because you need to keep in Italy, we should say that you have to keep an eye more on the perishable shipments, because you have always must be more careful handling them. And I think this will help us when you are against some multinational companies, where you can be stronger than them on the freight, but you can be stronger on the service. Also, we are in 50 people. We are not that big, so for us, we always count on the service and to provide the best service and support to our customers. So I still think that reefers and perishable stay in a niche market like project cargo, where we are also specialized as well. And something about our area, I think that our area, I'm based in the northeast of Italy, near Venice, more or less. Our area is very famous for wine, even if everyone knows the Tuscany area. Our area is the second one in Italy for wine. And I can see that there are a lot of our wines around the world. So I think that with you, I can help to establish more relationship with the supplier as well, because I know a lot of them very well. So we can go ahead and work together.
Okay, awesome. Agata? Something about Poland and also opportunities for reefer and perishables in your market.
Yeah, Poland is very much agriculture-based country still. We like relatively the huge part of whole export in Poland. It's any kind of food production. Interesting thing is that Poland is the fourth largest in the world producer for poultry, and also I think in top 15 for eggs. So there are a lot of opportunities. Also, producers are still developing. Like, you know, we joined European Union relatively early, in sense of late. And similar to what Francesca said about the freight, that most producers in Poland sell on ex-work. So it's a very similar situation. And I think they are more and more open to sell outside of European Union, because before it was a natural market. So that's why I think for others, it's an interesting market to look into, also with cheaper labor force. When it comes to Europe, the prices are competitive.
Okay, great, fantastic. Igor?
Yes.
Opportunities for perishables and reefers in your country, and something about the food in your region that we don't know.
Okay. No, our country is more than 10,000 kilometers in the length from east to west. Yes, and most of them in the cold area where the -60 sometimes in the winter. And of course, it's all foods, it's transported by refrigerators, or for all fruits and everything around the globe, it's coming via the refrigerator to the 3 ports. Now it's 3 main ports of Russia, and after that, it's we know how to transport refrigerator containers by railway, also not only the truck to the deep Russia. Yes, and for all companies around the globe, if they are working with the food industry, yes, it's Russia. It's still big.
Yeah.
Yes, and some unique. I don't know what is unique in our region. We still buy too much fresh fruits, some foods, meats around the globe, but in the same time we export too much chicken meat. Europe like the Russian fish. Without the Russian fish, it will no food in the Europe and in the Holland still. Yes, but I don't know what happens if the Holland will establish some sanction according to the Russian court. What they will eat, I don't know, but we will help if they want.
Okay, awesome. Great. Well, thank you, Francesca, Agata, and Igor, for your insights. After all that talk about food, I'm hungry. But for the next segment, we are now open to any of your questions. But I can start off by addressing some of the frequently asked questions that we get. So this is especially for all the visitors that are interested in CCC and looking to join us. Yeah, some of the typical questions that we get are, how many members do you accept per country? Well, as a general rule, we accept up to 3 members per country for most regions. We have made some exceptions for larger economies like India, China, and USA, where we accept up to 5 members due to their size. Having said that, we do try and support our current members by ensuring that the new members coming in are not stepping on the toes of our existing members. Another typical question we get asked is, how do we background check our members or potential leads that we get? And to answer that, I can tell you that all applications go through a rigorous screening process that includes running through the FDRS service, vetting them through the respective local associations, and also a thorough background check with the references that they provide on their application forms. Another popular question that we get asked is how much credit should they provide to members in our network, and what kind of securities does CCC have in place? Well, when you're with a network like CCC, we of course have a payment protection plan that allows you to work with new members, knowing that your money is secure before you can build that relationship. And that's why companies join networks like us. At CCC, we have a payment protection plan that goes up to $50,000 to cover bad debts and bankruptcy. We have a lot of literature on this, but naturally, I don't want to go into all the details. We're happy to take, address those questions separately on the side. Do I see anyone with a question at this stage? If there is a question, I'm happy to take it now. Yunus, I'm not actually able to see the participants. Maybe you've locked the screen, so I don't know if there's someone that has a question at this stage. If they do, I'm happy to take them now. Do we have anyone with a question?
This is Tommy from India.
Okay, go ahead, Tommy.
May I know how many members do you have now in India?
I believe we have 5 members in India.
Okay, so the quota is up, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, the quota is up, but we can always take a look at it to see if there is a non-renewal coming through. We would be happy to still take your interest, and we will process that and see if there is still space for you. Okay, let's have a conversation once the meeting is over, and we will see if we can still find a place for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Anyone else with a question? If you do have a question, please just unmute yourself and come in, or you can just quickly raise your hand, and I would be happy to take that. Okay. Would it be fair to understand that there are no further questions? Yunus, I'm not able to see the screen. So if there is a question, Leonard or Yunus, you can tell me and I'm happy to still take it.
Yeah, Mr. Melvin, if I can come and talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, sure, Dinesh. I can see you. Go ahead.
Dinesh Kumar from India.
Okay.
This is my first meeting with you, and I appreciate you are allowing us to be in the network. And talking about the perishables, which are going from India, as you know, we are the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables, and we do require a lot of this cold chain services and facilities. So within our own country, we have developed, cold chain facilities, both at the airports and seaports and in the hinterland. So you have a lot of opportunities. Of course, my other colleagues from India are there, so they would have also been advising you. So we are into media, we are into consulting in import, export, aviation, logistics domains. And we also have a media division where we publish Infralog, which is a business magazine, basically covering the trade and commerce across the world. So we will be happy to connect you to anywhere, and certainly when I have shared that publication with you, I'll be available for anything that you require here. And we also have a event coming up in October or so. I will share that in case some of you would like to take advantage of that.
Okay, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you for taking me in. Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, I guess we can proceed to our next program, which is a keynote video about smart containers. I made this video, so some of you may know this, some of you don't, but I also do videos. I edit, I direct, I shoot, and I even post them myself. So this is a video that I did on smart containers and how that was revolutionizing the world of freight, and especially how it's relevant to perishables and food logistics. So this is something that I put together myself. And Yunus, maybe you can roll it now.
The invention of the modern shipping container, as we know today, is only about 50 years old. Before this, loading, unloading, and handling of cargo from ships was a nightmare. Most of the cargo was moved using human muscle. Ships would take days to load and unload, sometimes as much time as the ships had spent in sailing from one point to another. Sorting and distribution of cargo manually was time-consuming, labor-intensive, and above everything else, just dangerous.
Typically, someone would be killed during these processes every few weeks. So in 1955, when an American businessman named Malcolm McLean began transporting goods directly from trucks to ships in locked container boxes, the world of shipping was ready to be transformed. Dock workers enjoyed safer working conditions and injuries and deaths diminished. Loading and unloading times had dramatically improved and shipping rates were cut in half. He sold his idea to the United States military, who at the time was facing a logistics problem of shipping equipment to Vietnam. Rather than return with empty containers, McLean saw the opportunity to collect payloads from Japan. The world
Eunice, are you struggling with the streaming?
Yeah, hold on.
Sure. Can try that again.
Japan, the world's fastest growing economy at the time. With that, the era of international trade had begun. Today, approximately 60% of the value of all goods transported are shipped in containers. This is a $4 trillion industry. McLean had truly revolutionized world trade.
However, not much has changed since then.
Till date, containers are only visible when they are at the ports and after they are delivered to the consignee. One could only confirm the status of the cargo in these two locations even if there were security issues during the journey of the cargo. Breakage of seals, theft of cargo, and leaking containers are fairly common in the world of shipping. To add to it, last-moment detours and port delays are now the industry standard.
All these factors can potentially damage the shipment and lead to millions of dollars in lost revenue before the stakeholders have any idea of what's going on with their shipments. And this is especially true with perishables and sensitive cargo.
In fact, a study by WHO estimated that about 1/3 of food produced is lost or wasted globally. That is 1.3 billion tons of food and $1 trillion. A large part of this wastage happens during the supply chain as temperature of products are compromised during the transportation.
So if we can find a way to get this information and react proactively, it would be groundbreaking. Well, what if I told you that there is a way and that this change has already begun?
Smart containers is the next big thing since the invention of the modern containers. Just like smartphones changed the telecommunication industry, smart containers are all set to revolutionize the shipping industry.
So, just what is a smart container?
Smart containers are your average shipping containers, but pre-installed with sensors that are connected to a network. These containers can sense any movement, thereby keeping the cargo safe. The interconnected sensors in the containers collect and transmit data in real time. Collecting such data can help to optimize the supply chain. Sensor data provides precise information about the location of a container, allowing for optimized fleet management that results in less repositioning and more efficient use of fuel. Often, energy is wasted on shipping and repositioning empty containers. Estimates suggest up to $20 billion a year is spent on this activity that leads to unnecessary fuel consumption. Avoiding empty container shipping could allow the industry to reduce carbon emissions by 6 million tons every year. There's more. Tracking containers also allows customers and port operators to predict when ships will arrive at their destination, preventing bottlenecks in the supply chain. However, for me, the number one use case will come in the handling of perishables and food. How? Well, these sensors are not just about GPS tracking. These technologies can do a lot more. They can collect and remit information about temperature and humidity levels inside the container. That's not it. They can also regulate conditions within the container. Think about that for a moment. Stakeholders will now have the ability to adjust temperature and humidity levels inside the container while the cargo is in transit. Let's take the example of bananas. Transporting bananas over long distances is a challenge. When exposed to oxygen, fruits continue to ripen. However, with the new technology in the smart airtight containers, atmospheric conditions can be controlled precisely. These sensors allow shippers to carefully monitor and control the amounts of carbon dioxide, oxygen, and nitrogen at any time in the units during the journey at sea. By controlling the ripening, the system ensures an extended transportation window of up to 45 days and arrival of the bananas in perfect condition for a prolonged shelf life in supermarkets. The ability to automatically adjust conditions is new and large-scale adoption is still in the works.
Naturally, there is still a lot of work to be done, but I'm excited for the future with smart containers that is all set to drive down costs, increase transparency, and lead to better control of shipments.
All right, I hope that was useful. Naturally, I'm passionate about connecting people. That's pretty obvious, but more than that, I'm also passionate about perishables and food logistics. And along those lines, I'm always looking for new ways and new technology that can help us in the future. Okay, so for all the visitors and guests who are joined us today, why should you join CCC today? Well, our usual membership fee is priced at $2,500. And when you join us at a conference, you pay an additional fee of $1,000 towards the conference fees. However, for all of you that have joined us here today, we're offering a special membership rate of $1,999 that includes your one-year membership fee, your payment security coverage, and one free conference delegate pass to attend our 5th annual conference. Now, once you become a member, your company will be announced and promoted as a perishable and food specialist for your country to our global database of forwarders and amongst our members. You'll also be added to our network agency list and have access to our CCC dashboard, which is our exclusive platform for our members, and our WhatsApp community where they exchange leads, business, and interact with other members. And finally, of course, you'll be able to attend our conference in Bangkok from the 2nd of May to the 5th at the stunning Shangri-La Bangkok, where you will have the opportunity to meet with partners face-to-face. Our conference is being held, as mentioned earlier, together with Life Logistics, which is a pharma alliance, GAA, an air freight alliance, and G7 networks. So you will get to network with 400 delegates at the event to maximize your networking opportunity. I hope that was useful. And now we would like to present and wrap up the proceedings with an after movie of our conference that was held earlier this year in Phuket. Yeah, you can roll it now.
Wow, the location here, when you look at Phuket, it's just awesome. And the hotel, it's one of the famous hotels over here, right?
This is a really beautiful fun course to play. A lot of sweat, good company, we are having a ball here.
It's never about meeting, it's always about connecting. You can always make friends with a business connection.
I feel the social event is equally important, where you make friendships, and from friendships that's where business develops.
Freight forwarding is an amazing industry. We're always doing the same thing. There's always a different twist to it.
And we are here at the Buddha temple, a lot of spirituality and a lot of beauty.
guess it's fun when like it's destinations, so you get a travel and you get to see like old friends as well.
There's nothing better about getting together with people face to face. You get to interact with the person and best read the person.
When you go here, you go straight forward to one thing. That means in 3 days, you can meet 50 companies.
For me, it's love. I do it for 23 years, and for me, it's simply love.
And with faithful water, of course. What else?
All right, that definitely did bring back some memories. That pretty much wraps up proceedings for today. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a good time. We'd like to know your feedback on today's virtual meet by responding to a survey that will pop up on your screen now. If you can take a couple of moments, couple of minutes to, in fact, just quickly answer these questions, that will give us an idea to check on your interest and to see if we should reach out to you also. So please go ahead. I'll leave it to you for a minute to quickly answer these 3 simple questions. All right. Fantastic. I hope you all were able to answer that now. Okay, if you're ready to join us or have any further questions, please feel free to contact our team. We are at your disposal. Alternatively, if you type out your email ID and your telephone number in the chat box below, someone from the team will get in touch with you and to see if you should answer any of your questions that you may have, or if you're ready, then to take your membership forward. We look forward to staying in touch and welcoming you to the network, and of course, seeing you in Bangkok. Thank you again for your time. See you around. If there's, I can stay back for another couple of minutes. If there's anyone that would still like to come in and share a comment or maybe even say hello. I see Nivedita there. Nivedita, do you want to come in? Unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself and come in very quickly.
Yes, of course. I'll definitely see you there.
Okay, great. I mean, maybe you want to introduce yourself. People want to know who you are, so you can introduce yourself to the community as well.
Hi. So hi everyone. It's really pleasure to meet everyone, and it's always a great because I have experienced this conference. I mean, like it was a great to meet everyone, and especially Melvin because he just gave a gesture like a family over there, and. And of course, I'll definitely recommend that Gold Chain Connect for the farmer shipment is better because we are already a member of this and we experience a good with this one. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you,
And see you soon, Melvin.
See you soon. See you very soon indeed. I see Thanafat from Jet 8. He's a member in Thailand. So maybe you want to come in and say hello.
All right, hello guys. My name is Thanapat from Jet 8 Thailand, and I already been at the conference last time, and it was a really good event, and I hope to see everyone again in Thailand, in Bangkok again.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much for joining us here today. If there's no one else that would like to share anything else, then I'm happy to take leave. And of course, we're always here to connect outside of this session. Thank you guys for coming in. Take care. Have a lovely
Take care.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.